After many years of research and development, the Anglican Church of the Incarnation in Oakville is using sustainable geothermal energy to heat and cool the entire church.
It was challenging. We spent 5 years in deliberations and in research and in discussion. There was a great deal of anxiety. It was a huge risk that we were taking.
Part of that risk was the $455,000 price tag funded completely by the church, $250,000 of which has been already paid off from donations. Rector Michael Patterson says the daunting risks of taking on this project were heavily outweighed by the risks of doing nothing at all to help the environment.
The science is there that we're on the precipice of some terrible things happening, and we see the implications of climate change in our world these days.
This is the closed-loop ground source geothermal HVAC system that's heating the building. When the church needed a new heating system, Mac Morrison, chair of the Geothermal Committee, says this sustainable system was the best choice for the community and the environment. It will save the church close to $10,000 on their annual energy bill, and the piping should last close to 100 years.
Very simply, water out of the earth and putting it back into the earth. We're taking the energy out of that water, we're taking the temperature that's coming into the church at about 52.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're putting it back out at about 5 to 10 degrees lower than that or higher than that, depending on the season.
Morrison is a former pilot who's flown to the Arctic many times. He says comparing what the polar ice cap looked like then and now speaks volumes about how real climate change is.
The damage I've seen to our polar ice cap just in the 40 or 50 years, the first time I went up there in 1958, it was a solid piece of ice most of the year round. Today it is not.
The church says they hope to install solar panels to their building in the near future. For Halton News, I'm Natalie Stoberman.